Good morning, y'all. Okay, I overslept a little bit. Bluto's feeling great this morning, but he's having a little troubles with his back legs walking. Hopefully he doesn't poop while we're videoing this. So I have to work today, but I have a lot on my heart, so I wanted to get it out there before I leave for work and get busy here when we get back to the house. So I'm like one leg on a millipede, okay? So I support a little weight and give a little bit I'm a little piece of the millipede, but I don't have all the answers, nor do I profess to be the whole bug. I don't claim to be some sort of, like my title says, I'm not your fucking guru, but I do have some pieces to the puzzle. So, first of all, today is some sort of portal. I shared on my last video, donuts video, and was listening to another one last night. So it's some kind of portal, and certain major events happen on days like today, and we're in that Lion's Gate thing that just opened or whatever. And as you've seen online, well, you might have seen that people are no buddy, no this way. People are saying you can manifest. No, we're going this way, buddy. This way. Don't be stubborn. You can manifest things, but what they don't seem to have gotten the memo is that it's a day where negative entities, some say demons, bad things slip through and affect our realm. And that's why they have, yes, picking up trash. That's why they have rituals and things, major events that happen on days like today. So, a few things on my heart. So I've been talking a lot about diet, because some of y'all are doing the carnivore diet, and whenever something's on my mind, I talk to lots of people about it. And something that I haven't heard anybody talking about with the carnivore diet is frequency. That everything is frequency. Those of y'all who are on path, you know this. We're frequency. Everything has a frequency. What are the effects? Like, you might lose weight and you might have some sort of short-term or long-term positive effects from going carnivore, but what is your frequency and how does it affect the body's frequency? I'm not saying necessarily that it's a negative frequency. You know, cannibals do believe that when they eat somebody, they absorb their power or whatever. So, you know, with meat, does it depend on what you're eating, what the critter's frequency is? Did it die in terror and stuff like that? How it's been very controversial that in a lot of countries, they kill their food, their animal, in a very barbaric way so that the meat is adrenalized, and that obviously affects the texture and the frequency, not just of the creature, but of those eating the creature. And they like it. They like boil them alive and do all kinds of horrible shit when they kill them so that they're terrified when they die. Okay, so that's been on my heart. And then, you know, I'm hella into essential oils, and some of the most richest places on the planet, the richest ports, those places used to all be places where hella essential oils were shipped, and people used to use a lot more essential oils. They, in my opinion, I'm no doctor, all that blibbity blab we got to say that, you know, we're not the pro, so you don't go out doing something I say. I feel that having used them, high quality essential oils, that they change your frequency. For example, rose oil has a frequency of, I believe, 300 and something, like 75 or 72 or something, and that's the highest frequency essential oil. And we know that from studying them, just, anyway, they have shit tons of positive effects on the body, and they can do many, many things. And people used to live closer to nature, so I think they not only felt but knew the effects of essential oils, and they were highly, highly prized and valued. A lot of the tombs have them in them, and etc. So now that during these times of strife, and like when the Egyptian times, they say that the whole planet was similar to how it is now, where the planet was being hit with radiation from bursts from the sun, and the aurora borealis could be seen all over the planet, that the frequency of the planet, the radiation, all that stuff was different. I feel we're living in a similar time. So that's been on my mind, and I seem to be using a lot more essential oils than normal. Yes, baby, let's go this way. No, we were going that way. We're going this way. Come on. So I was thinking about that, and then I don't think, this is my opinion, but I'm seeing a lot more people that are thinking the same. So there was those Chinese green laser light things above Hawaii, and now here we had, Maui get hit with a supposed hurricane, and some of the people, so I posted that donut video, and Chris Green, he has some channel, I'm not on it. I have my own feelings about Chris Green. I don't think he's all negative or positive, but I just don't like his saying he's a Christian, and everything's about getting rich and money, 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 and I don't know, it doesn't, anyway, there's some things about his energy that doesn't resonate with me. Maybe I'm wrong about, my feelings about him or whatever, but, and that's not all of it, but there's just been a few little red flags that kind of bother me about the guy. But, so Maui has a lot of rich, alleged pedos that live there, and they own a lot of the resources in all the Hawaiian Islands. And then there's that Lahaina or whatever the island is, that's owned by, I can't remember the dude's name, but an elite. Famous people don't grab my attention. I don't do good remembering the names of a lot of the rich and famous and Hollywood stars and stuff. I don't know if my psyche just doesn't want them in my brain or what. I'm not impressed, and I don't want to spend energy on it. I just need the story, is the way my brain works, and to understand the way the flow of the story goes. So if you haven't heard already, or you didn't watch that video, there's been meetings, and there's going to be a meeting that Maui is being turned into one big smart city, like a smart island. So Lahaina is already being rebuilt as the fires are raging. So that Chris Green guy, he's a rich fuck, and he lives there, and he is talking about how they're putting stuff up, and there's no communication. Like, it seems like on purpose to me. Baby, let's go through this way. You can't make it up that hill. That's too hard for you. Come this way. Come this way. Good boy. And so I think this was all planned, personally. Again, don't listen to me. Like I said, I'm just one leg on the Millipede. I go more by feeling and intuition, and I have these knowings sometimes. Like before the Rona, I didn't know what was coming. I just knew something was coming, and I stocked up on a bunch of stuff and didn't have to go to the store for like, I don't know, 3-4 months. And I have that feeling again, kind of thing. So those are helicopters, if you can hear them. We have a really bad fire still upriver from where I'm at, and that's why this Hawaii thing is hitting my heart so strong as well. And so anyway, so that I'm not blibbity blabbing, taking all your time away, I don't know if this interests you or not. I'm not trying to be a channel that comes across as W blah blah blah, this is Leash Radio and I'm the professional and no shit or whatever. No, I'm just a regular fucking person with a little YouTube channel, and I'm just sharing my thoughts with people and connecting with some of y'all. I don't even want to be famous, you know. For the longest time, if you've watched my videos, I was trying to get at least to 1,000, see what it was like to be monetized. I'm financially struggling like a lot of y'all, and I thought, oh, maybe I'd get a little extra income, but the bigger, more important thing to me isn't that. It's this sense of being drawn to share and to say truths. And it's in shamanic training, they do different exercises, and sometimes you get this, call it the voice from God or a higher spirit or whatever it is, but it's your duty, even if you think it's something silly, to say whatever that thing is, because you're the piece of the puzzle for somebody else. We're all each other's pieces of puzzles, and when we share like that, we give something to each other and fulfill the full image or whatever by having the balls, especially if it sounds like something silly. The person might not know for weeks or months or, you know, down the road, oh, they might think that person's crazy, and then later realize, oh my God, that's what that was about, and they'll have that aha moment. So I'm having that feeling this morning that I'm supposed to share my aha moment and share what it is I'm thinking about. And for some reason, I'm compelled to share this knowledge. So, well, maybe not even knowledge. Maybe I'm an idiot. Let me pick up this piece of trash. And maybe I'm an idiot and you're just supposed to learn, boy, that chick's a fucking idiot or whatever. But I don't think so. In the past, again, I'm not the brightest bulb in the shed, but in the past, I've had, you know, lucky moments where I have a feeling, and then that feeling turns out to guide me to something important, or has me act on something important. So, you know, Hawaii is, in Maui, they're, hang on, let me get this other piece of trash. They're turning it into a smart city, like a smart island. So Lahaina is supposed to, they're already putting up large poles, and they're, in my opinion, purposely having no way for the people to communicate. There are people yesterday that the Chris Green guy that's there and lives in Lahaina, they don't have information because he's a prepper and hella fucking rich. He had everything ready to go, and apparently he's helping people with generators and things like that. Well, they, you know, there's not, it's an island, so there's nowhere they can really go. There's, hang on here, okay, there we go. They, you know, the roads, water is a big deal, because on an island, fresh water is hella limited, so people can be controlled through them, how they shut down communications, and they could have that shit up and running. Let's be real, there's military presence, and anyway, I'm going on and on, I know, and my thoughts are a little bit scattered. I'm a little tired this morning, But again, I feel drawn to say these things, and I feel like if you watch my videos, me talking about the Las Vegas alien incident, the Peruvian incident with the so-called aliens, and then supposedly it's the Space Force and all that, that we're in a very significant and interesting time. I've never seen it like this before. Don't you go by them deer dookies. No, no. No, no. I just feel like the main thing that we can do is raise your frequency. Be open-minded, connect to people that resonate. Don't be afraid if people think, don't be afraid, period. And don't be afraid if people call you crazy or they don't understand your intuitions and things that you feel or whatever, because usually those people end up being right. How many conspiracy theorists are now completely, vindicated in the stuff that they've said and know that it's a truth? No elk poopies either. So anyway, I just want to say, raise your frequency, be your best self, have hope and love, and be your highest self. Follow the rabbit holes. You'll have your own rabbit that leads you to places. And people say, oh, it's lame to go down rabbit holes or whatever, but they lead somewhere. They lead to evolution, and they lead to other ideas that you didn't think, or things that you didn't realize, and they're worth going down. Now, don't go down the wrong rabbit holes. In Mayan, little doggy rollies. In Maya, they call the rabbit Lamat, and Lamat is seen as a portal, because a star jumper guy, because wild rabbits are truly wild. They cannot be raised in captivity, and they die and they don't reproduce. True wild rabbits. And rabbits, they'll be chased by a predator and they will just jump down their rabbit hole. There could be a snake down there, there could be a predator down there, but they don't hesitate. They just jump through the portal and they go for it. So this is a time that, in my opinion, is a time to jump through the portal, to be really in tune with your path, and to don't worry about what people think, and to keep your ears and eyes open, because we're in a huge transition, not only for our minds and our souls and evolution, but as a collective conscience. Like we've never seen times like this before. It used to be that if you believed or talked about aliens, they made you lose your job, your family. You were treated like a whack job and hospitalized. So anyway, I know this is one of my longer videos and people don't usually watch the long videos, but those of you that are meant for this information are here with me, being another leg on this millipede, and I know you get it. So use those essential oils, eat high frequency food, drink high frequency water, keep your mind open. Don't let other people's opinions calling you crazy or not understanding where you're coming from, because we called it on this Lahaina thing. It's more and more people are saying, yeah, it's direct energy weaponry. And that's not conspiracy theory. To those of you who don't know about it and happen to stumble across this video, look that shit up. There's pictures of planes with lasers and ships with lasers using the shit. So I don't understand why people think that all that is just, made up Star Wars fantasy crap, when it's actually a thing, that those fires are not natural. And to me, yes, I know fires can, jump different locations, but not like these fires of modern times, like the Paradise fires and, you know, there's other fires, and definitely this Lahaina thing with them turning it into a 15-minute city. 15-minute city, it's never going to be the same again. Old Lahaina's gone. The historical buildings, the way the people lived there, that shit's gone, you know. And the rich people, you know, they'll be fine. They either have insurance or their places weren't affected, and they will definitely, as they rebuild, love it there, because, you know, allegedly there's really rich people there that are pedos as well. What better place to traffic people than a friggin' island with boats coming and going constantly? So anyway, this is Lee's Not Your Fucking Guru. I don't really care if you like, subscribe, and share, because not that I wouldn't appreciate it, but just that doesn't seem to be my path and goal to get famous. I've never wanted fame. I was more seeking connection, and yeah, just hoping that some of y'all this helps you, and you know, remember everything's frequency, and that this is a time where entities and demons and things, or maybe just the energy of those things, because I don't believe they have physical bodies until they are accepted by something here and have a match of frequency. But things are happening, and guard your soul. Be your highest self. All right, I got to get to work. One love.